Next up on WTV, part 2 of an interview with the superintendent, Senior Sunrise, in this week's edition of My Life As. WTV's Daily Update starts now. Hey there, Red Hawk Nation. Today is Thursday, August 19th, and I'm Allison Lastovica with today's Daily Update brought to you by Wingspan TV. Frisco ISD is an ever-growing district with new plans and ideas constantly in play, and Wingspan was able to sit down with the man who runs it all. Here's part 2 of the 3-part special interview.
We encourage all our citizens to share their thoughts and their ideas and their concerns with our school board. And that's what the public forum component of a school board meeting is for people to come up and share their thoughts, their ideas, their concerns with the school board. The problem we've encountered is people have become disruptive. We welcome anyone to come share their thoughts and ideas and concerns with us. We don't welcome people to come in and disrupt the board meeting. That meeting is a meeting of the Board of Trustees that's conducted in public. Our school board doesn't have to allow an open forum public comment on anything other than agenda items, but our board, because they want to hear from the public, allow this open forum segment because they want to hear from our community. So we encourage that, and we have always encouraged that. What we're asking is that you come and conduct yourself in a civil manner, that you come to the microphone, you say what you need to say, and then you turn it over to the next person. There's a way to do that and not disrupt the meeting and communicate very clearly with the board. We also have a leader's email that anyone can send any communication they like to the Board of Trustees, and all the board members see it, all the district leadership sees it, and so we're always in touch with our community in some form or fashion. So we welcome community input. Just do it in a civil manner, because we're conducting a business meeting, and it's the business of the district, and that's the board's job, is to govern the district. That's what the meeting is for. Well, one of the things we've started doing in recent years is we've put together a community legislative committee, and it's about 90 to 100 people. And they separate up into different subcommittees that address different aspects of the district and what's going on in the legislature. And through input from other community members and those subcommittees, we settled on what the district considered its legislative priorities, things that we wanted to communicate to our legislature that were important to Frisco ISD and the Frisco ISD community. So we've gotten a lot of input from community members. There are students that are on that committee, there are teachers, there are administrators, there are business representatives on that legislative committee that are part of all those subcommittees. So it's been a really good process, and we feel like that our legislative priorities now are a really good representation of Frisco ISD and the Frisco ISD community.
Can you talk a little bit about what those priorities are?
Sure. Virtual schooling was a priority last year, just as an example. And one of the things that we felt like and it's separate and apart from the virtual option we're talking about right now, we really wanted the state of Texas to allow public schools to offer virtual learning to the students in their district. Right now, the state doesn't fund that, and so it wasn't possible for us to offer that. And what we found out during the pandemic is there are students that really like that option. Now, it's not for everyone. The vast majority of students want to come to school. That's the best setting for them. But there are some students and students' families that virtual learning is a really good option for them. And we wanted to be able to offer that to our students in Frisco ISD. We weren't interested in opening it up for other students outside our district. We just wanted to be able to serve the students and families in Frisco ISD. So that was one of the things we really advocated for with our legislature, and several of us went down and testified on virtual learning. We communicated with representatives and senators and their staffs. We sent letters. We actually got a group of school districts throughout the state. And I don't remember exactly how many it was, but it was a number of school districts, large school districts, small school districts, that sent a letter to the governor and the legislators and the Commissioner of Education asking them to please pass legislation that would allow public schools to offer virtual learning. And it got all the way through the process. It got out of the Senate and it got out of the House. It was about to go to the governor, and then of course some things happened down there and it didn't make it. And so it's back on the special legislative session, and what we're hoping is that the Senate and the House and the governor will eventually pass a piece of legislation that allows us to offer virtual learning.
The 2021-2022 school year is just starting, but the festivities for the class of 2022 are already underway. WTV's Kate Graham has the information on one of the upcoming events.
The class of 2022 is getting to have their first senior activity of the year. Senior Sunrise, which is put on by the senior committee of the PTSA, is tomorrow at 6:30 a.m. in front of the auditorium.
Watching sunrise, we'll have donuts for you all, take pictures, just a time to hang out before class.
Many more senior activities are planned for the future, and William encourages all 2022 seniors to attend.
The senior activities that are planned this year are important to attend. It's another chance to bond together as a class. It's a time to celebrate you all. Before you know it, you will be going your separate ways to different colleges, different career paths and such. So I hope that you all attend all the events that are planned for you this year.
For more information, visit the Liberty Student Council Instagram. Reporting for WTV, I'm Kate Graham.
On this week's edition of My Life As, WTV takes a look into the life of first-year teacher Scott Lee.
All right, so how my day usually starts is that I usually come about 30 minutes early before 9 o'clock, before his class starts, and I just open up all the files, all the presentations, everything that I need to do, go and check some emails. Afterwards, I usually go over to the teacher's lounge, grab my coffee, and then wait at the door to greet students. Typically, what I like to do at the very beginning of the class, right after I take this kid's attendance, is I like to show all the students like a little icebreaker or a little cool video. So for me, it could be just about almost anything that I'm interested in. For me personally, I really love gymnastics, circus training. So a lot of the times I show the kids some really cool, strong, flexible person. Or if it's not something like that, then it usually has to do something with with music, because I love 60s and 70s music.
If you're looking for more from Wingspan, you can follow us at Liberty Wingspan on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook, or visit us on our award-winning website, libertywingspan.com. And now for today's announcements. All Liberty students interested in auditioning for our school's 2021 fall musical, Bright Star, can find important audition tips, requirements, and resources using the QR code below. For any announcements, have your club sponsor email us at libertywingspanstaff@gmail.com. That's it for today's daily update. This is Allison Lastovica for Wingspan TV.